We want to thank our outstanding sponsor, Touring and Cruises Travel. It's the same team as Touring Plans Travel, but with a new name. Their travel advisors will take care of your Disney or other travel destination needs. Make sure you tell them Rope Drop Radio sent you. Now, on to the show.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to another Rope Drop Radio. Derek and Doug talking all things Disney. And Doug, today we are back at talking about food. Some of our listeners' favorite thing to talk about.
Right. Today we're going to get an actual trip report from breaking down the dollars and cents side of whether or not the quick service dining plan saved money. Does it work? Is it worth getting? An actual boots on the ground report, not just us looking at prices online and saying, oh, I think I'll eat this on Tuesday. This is hard and fast. Did it work?
Love it.
Yes.
Special guest on this week's episode. Cannot wait to introduce him because he is a Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, we have two Patreons. We have Kylie Whitwer. Thank you to upgrading to Ohana bread pudding. That's the top of the line right there. And then Brett, thank you for joining the Rope Drop Radio community, getting all the after shows. We got bonus audios out there and a Zoom for if you qualify Zoom once a month.
We also just did a whole episode on Vero Beach.
Yeah,
over
that was
there
a good
on
one.
Patreon. So go check it out. Another way to support the show is leaving an Apple Podcast review.
Can we make an announcement, Doug? We broke 600.
We did. So now we got to figure out what to do special maybe next week. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But thank you. We put a call out there. We had 599 last week, and 10 of you left reviews because now we're at 609. So thank you for taking a moment to leave us a review.
All right. And then our review this week is titled WDW Right Here in RI. I'm going to guess that's Rhode Island. And it is 5 stars by Loby827. Totally pronounced that right. I stumbled upon this podcast while planning our last family trip in 2021. I've religiously followed it since. I love that politics are kept out and fun and banter are always present. As an adult who loves Disney, it is fantastic to relate to the content and shake my head in agreement on long walks that Rope Drop Radio fills. I'm now getting ready to travel with my husband, alone, in 6 weeks and planning a trip with my mom and my sister for May. Rope Drop Radio will help me with my planning for both, as well as providing me excitement and anticipation. Keep up the great work, Lori, and in parentheses, and Matt. What a great review. And some of those trips have happened, and one has not yet. And speaking of a trip that has not happened, Derek, we have our rope drop trip, as you define magical, a rope drop trip, June 4th through the 7th. You'll find us in the parks. We'll have a whole slew of meetups. You can see the list of meetups on our website, WDW Rope Droppers, and we'll be letting you know where to find us. So check us out. Book with Touring and Cruises, and you get special luggage tags and stickers and more.
Have you ever thought about getting a back scratcher with Derek and Doug?
It's going to happen.
This is your moment.
Monorail bar crawl. Yep. So there you go.
Wait.
So we got our trip coming up. Lori has her trip coming up with her mother or sister, mom and sister, both in May. So yes, enough about those trips. Derek,
let's talk about a trip that happened with our special guest, because the dining plan can be a blessing or a burden. And so today we are going to get firsthand report about how the quick service plan worked out on a trip. To break it all down, we welcome back travel advisor from Touring and Cruises, Mr. Alex Sinak. Welcome back to 15th time on the show, give or take.
Not that many, but thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, easily our top guest, would you say, Derek?
Kent and then Alex.
Kent
I think
Alex,
it might be. Yeah, they're 1 and 2.
Oh, Michelle.
Oh, Michelle. Michelle would be the top guest. I'm not taking that away.
She probably doesn't want that honor, to be totally honest. She would decline it to you. Anyway, yes, thank you for joining us, Alex. Again, lots of episodes in the past with Alex, so we won't bore you too much when we talk about Alex. But he is a travel advisor with Touring and Cruises. He knows his stuff inside and out at the parks a lot. So before we dive into the numbers of the food and the dining plan, just give everyone a quick summary of your Disney travel planning history.
Oh, I've been doing this for a long time. And
Wait, first of all,
yeah,
that kind of sounded like Free Dining came out today type of tired.
I'm lucky that I didn't have to work too hard today with Disney. I had some book, but I've been doing this for a while. I've been fortunate enough to was with an agency and fortunate enough to be at Touring Plans, and then now grateful to be with Touring and Cruises. I work with some really great agents, and the agency owner supports us. It's been good. I was a lawyer in a former life. I have 5 daughters. My wife, I outkick my coverage, and so it's helped me a lot doing this job, and I enjoy helping people plan trips.
Nice. So, what made you plan a trip where you only use quick service dining plan? Because Alex, we've both traveled with you, Derek and
Yep.
I, and you were someone that will book a sit down meal like on a whim because like you didn't want to go to counter service with us. So you did a whole meal or the whole meal plan. What made you book this?
Yeah, so I have 5 daughters, and my wife hardly tolerates Disney. She likes it only partially. And so this is our annual spring break. The kids are off school the week after Easter. And so she's busy. And so it was me and my youngest 3 daughters. My oldest is in Rome. Junior had wanted no part of going. And so I have a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 9-year-old. And we were staying at the boardwalk. And, initially I had a bunch of different reservations booked. And I've actually had some clients do the dining plan. And after kind of seeing some, influencers and things out there talk about the dining plan, I was like, you know what, I need to try this out. It's all research, right? Everything's research. We suffer for our craft, and I wanted to see if we could do it. And because we do so many sit down restaurants, that there was a couple of quick service that we just haven't done in a long time, and again, suffering for your craft, you want to make sure the best thing you can do is as a travel advisor, especially with Disney, is you tell someone, yes, I've stayed at that hotel, yes, I've eaten at that restaurant, and it helps reassure them that it's a good recommendation, or reassure them that you're telling them not to go there. And so that was part of the reason is purely research.
All right. So, what was your plan to maximize the dining plan?
Yeah, so we live in Phoenix, and so we left Easter Sunday afternoon, and with the dining plan, right? It's so you get it, y'all broke it down really well in your last reservation. You get it. It's for every night of your stay. And so for us, we were all arriving at 11 p.m. on Sunday night, and we were leaving at 7 a.m. on the Friday morning.
Oh, that's a challenge.
5 days worth of credits to condense into 4 days. So what we ended up doing is we ended up switching to All-Star Music on the arrival night, which saved me $200 or so. And then we woke up the next morning, and just switched over to the boardwalk, and so that way our credits didn't start until Monday morning. So I had 4 nights of credits to do it, which essentially is 4 full days. It's kind of all that you can ask for, most, and so it turned out that was the decision that helped me realize, we can do it. Cause I kept trying to play with it, even with the regular dining plan, like, how can we do it? And I had some signature meals, like, no, we're not going to get value out of it. And then 1900 Park Fair wasn't open until after. So I was like, and we just done a bunch of the character meals. Like, I didn't want to do any of those character meals again. I was like, let's try out some of these quick service meals and kind of see what we can do, see if I can, make sense of this dining plan. And because you see it all, oh yes, you definitely have to do it, to no way, there's no way you can do it. And, and so we had some interesting results.
See, my thing would be, I'd be like, where do I not want to eat again? Okay, so no Pecos Bills, no Columbia Harbors. Like, did you actually look down, or like, instead of truly maximizing, where you're like, hey, there's some dining I've not done in a long time, some quick service areas I haven't done, that made you think, oh, I get a chance to try them out for research?
I give my kids a lot of agency. They have no sense of going to Disney. They go all the time. They go multiple times per year. It's occupational hazard. So I gave them a lot of decision making in
Nice. Good dad.
maybe, right? And then, also you have to, you can't just wing it, right? You have to actually put some thought into it to get, to get the most value. And so, and I wanted to try some places that we haven't tried in a while, and then try some places where my clients, tend to be. It was an interesting, going through all the menus, talking over, mostly with my 13-year-old. Here's where you're going to be. My 9-year-old, she's kind of, finicky because it was hard, right? Because my 13-year-old is an adult, and my 10-year-old's an adult, and so we were having to get adult meals for them. And, you wanted to get value out of it, but you also wanted to make sure that they were happy.
Instead of 2 chicken fingers, you're getting 4 chicken fingers now.
Yes. Yeah. And so, but, some places don't have them, right? And then you wanted to also not repeat, having, chicken fingers and, go from the burgers to chicken fingers. You wanted to kind of have a variety.
I agree with that. The variety's good. So let's get to it. Let's break down day by day. You tell us where you ate, what you ate, and then at the end of the day, give us the tally whether you won or lost.
So quick service dining credit for one night, right? You get 1 quick service meal, right? Which is, an entree and a drink. And you get 1 snack, essentially anything with that DDP logo, anything from the bottled water to a pretzel to popcorn to, Trenta, cold brew to, at Starbucks with all the pumps and all the flavors to, Plaza ice cream, all those different things. And then you get, the resort refillable mug, right? And so for an adult 10 and up, $57.01 a day. And then for a child 3 to 9, it's $23.83. So essentially we spent $779.44 on the dining. This was hard for me because on the first day, you don't want to make the wrong decision. And then you also don't want to use a credit that you didn't. So we ended up going to Magic Kingdom that day. We got up early, got on over, and we ended up having, breakfast at the Main Street Bakery. And then we didn't use any credits there. And then for lunch, we just didn't want anything at the Magic Kingdom. And then
I don't
Makes
blame
sense.
you.
Totally, yeah.
And alcohol, good or bad, helps you get value out of it. And so, and there's no alcohol at any of the quick service places. And so, and it was the Monday after Easter. The Easter egg display was still up. And so we decided to go to Gasparilla. And said, I'm lucky I probably have a good percentage of clients that stay at the Grand Floridian. And, after looking at the menu, we ended up choosing the Gasparilla, walked out and, took the boat over from the Magic Kingdom, had a pretty nice walkover and, and then went to Gasparilla.
All right. So did you win or lose at Gasparilla? Like, how'd you come out there money-wise?
I think we did okay. It was about $67 for the 4 of us. I got a Cuban, which was excellent. Jay got my 13-year-old blackened chicken sandwich. Camille got the burger. Lucy got the chicken strip. So that's about right. I think I had a beer, and so that's probably that's about what we kind of normally spend. So I think that was okay. It's probably, but that was actually probably one of the lowest ones. And so, but the food again, fresh. The better burger than the burger over at in the Magic Kingdom. I had a Cuban. It was really
I love a good
really
Cuban
good.
sandwich.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm
I'm now thinking about that for June.
Yeah.
I'm like, we got to go get a Cuban sandwich.
We've eaten there before, Derek, and we've enjoyed a meal there.
It was good. Yeah, I got a burger there.
I'm not a pickle mustard. It was awesome. But Genevieve, the best thing is that blackened chicken sandwich, and it's not spicy or anything, and that is the best thing there. And then we got to go walk around the Grand Floridian and go see the Easter egg display, and then we popped the monorail back, maybe an hour, right? Not much longer than it would have taken to go to Cosmic Rays or Pecos Bill.
And did you mobile order like on the boat ride over?
We didn't, because I wanted to make sure we were ordering the right thing, right? It's that same deal. Like, I just like, how, because again, we haven't been on the dining plan since 2019. Like, right. I can't even remember the last time. I think Lucy and I were on the dining plan in February of 2020. And so that was just easy. We were just doing character meals everywhere but I can't, I just wanted to make sure that I was doing the right thing and ordering the correct things to make sure we were getting value out of it, rather than, but when I come to find out, the mobile order was super easy to do, and it actually guides you through and it pulls things out. It's really well done. And it's not often we tell Disney they do a good job on IT.
Good job,
That's a
Disney
really,
IT.
yeah, it's a really good thing that they do. And it hides the ball a little bit because you can't really figure out it. So you kind of have to go back and figure out what you're actually spending. But it'll tell you and it'll remind you, use this snack, use this,
Okay.
or you still have this, that's available on the dining plan to use.
All right, nice. So what was for dinner that day?
If it wasn't appealing for lunch, it wasn't going to be appealing for dinner. We
No.
took the monorail over to the Contempo Cafe. And so again, I have a good bit of clients stay over there. I like it. I think the variety is really good there. You're out of the parks, for a little bit, and they still had some Easter egg, displays up, and it's a good meal. The problem is that even with mobile ordering, that took 30 minutes. And so, but you catch them at a bad time. They said they were onboarding a new staff or whatever, and you kind of just shoulder shrug a little bit. But that's and that huge variety at Contempo Cafe. That's and you get the resorts can do more things than the parks can, right? The parks, you're trying to get everything out a little faster, so your menu is a little streamlined. The resorts are where you can really find that variety on the dining.
So what'd you get?
I got the chicken bowl, really, really good. Avocados and pickled onions and some tomatillo. Genevieve got the meatball sub. Camilo got the barbecue beef sandwich. So proud of her for kind of going out of her comfort zone. And, Lucy just, poor thing. She just gets a little burger. So, and same deal. I think I had a beer there too. And so $70.49.
Yeah, getting better.
Yeah.
So you got a snack left. What did you snack on for the day?
I got a cold brew every afternoon. As y'all know, I'm a 2, cold brew a day guy. So my afternoon snack, and it's $6.17, which is a lot. It's not.
That's a good snack credit.
But not really. Kids were we went to the plaza, after fireworks. Fireworks are 8:45 as the sun starts going down later. Park stayed open until 11 because it was the week after Easter. So we had some time. We had our, everything lined up for Tron after Happily Ever After night. And then from Tron, we went over to the plaza. And for them, 3 ice creams, I think I had more ice cream than they did, testing everything out. Right. And so, brownie sundae, cookie ice cream, $25.63. So that's about $8.50 something, per snack. And that's really where you get some value.
So your cold brew was kind of only halfway doing it.
Yeah, but
other than the caffeine, you were going to buy anyway.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, fantastic. We still hadn't picked up the mug because we hadn't even been to our resort yet. We went straight from music over to the Magic Kingdom, and then it ended up, then going back to the boardwalk. So but we came out $192.81. So we were $2 off. So because one night is $194.86. So which I was pretty happy with.
All right, so $2 in the hole.
Yeah.
Going into day 2. So how did day 2 treat you?
The day 2 we did the studios, same deal. We grabbed quick breakfast at Starbucks. Again, kind of an easy thing to do because you can get in the like you guys teach every week. Get in there 8 a.m. Because I'll open the gates at 8 a.m. They won't drop the rib till 8:30. We're first in line to go grab breakfast there, and then you're ready to hit it. And so, but our lunch, and we're big ABC commissary people. At least I am. But docking bay is where you go.
Yeah,
and we hadn't been to docking bay. I think we went to docking bay when we went on the Star Cruiser.
Right.
RIP. But that but Star Cruiser, docking bay, $88.34, and so which is so it's a huge value, but also that the variety, right? That that beef, the same just calling it beef bowl, but it's really good. Genevieve, I'll let her order. She made the mistake. She got that Kadu rib, which is a pain in the butt to eat. And so, but it, really tasty. Camille got the tip you up, right? Because fried chicken and mac and cheese.
Yeah,
and then,
it's really
and then
good.
Lucy got the small fried chicken, and then my kids will eat broccoli. So I was like, look at me here having my kids eat green things, and
In a theme park.
There you go. Everyone wins.
and not a number 3 dye, green, an actual green thing. And but yeah, and then same deal. I got the
mixed drink there.
The blue drink or the green drink. You got one of them.
It was the green drink. Yeah,
the blue one's just Powerade.
I think it was just a Yeah, I think it was a margarita essentially, and it was really good. And so and take a couple sips and feel. But it's $15. And so the beer. I think the beer is 11, and the beer's good. I've had it before. Just never but I. You don't know when you're drinking, hard alcohol at noon, right? But, on vacation, surely. And so, and then
when in a galaxy far, far away.
So,
it's a custom.
No doubt. Yes. Yeah. And so that, and then, with that, and you see the price, you're like, all right, I'm doing good. Like you feel like you're winning against the dining plan, right? And so you feel like you're getting, because and they sell it to you, as you're going to save money, no different than the casino. They don't offer the dining plan because you're going to save money, right? And so they're going to, they want that, the sweet dollars up ahead, in advance, and then see if you can figure it out. The onus is on the guest to get the value out of the plan. Disney's not helping you get that value.
So what was the bill at Docking Bay?
$88.34.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And the big thing is you have 2 adults that are not able to get the alcohol.
Right.
That's the big handicap you have with your numbers.
Yeah. And then, and the other deal is, I'm 3 meals in, I had a Cuban, a nice, rice bowl, and then another kind of beef bowl too. I haven't had anything that I wouldn't have ordered, just paying cash out of my pocket. Right. And so, like, I actually had good variety of meals, good food. Like, there's nothing we've had, the kids' meals are run of the mill, right? And so, but, that's such a low cost. I think all the adult meals so far we've had have been really quality food, which is hard to say.
Right. You're not just forcing yourself to get the most expensive thing on the menu. Like, it's a chore.
Right.
All right. Dinner, were you still at Hollywood Studios?
Yeah, like we had not seen Luminous, when we went, Michelle, I guess we went in December, very a la the, road trip, everything opened right after we left.
Yeah.
And so Luminous debuted right, a couple days. And so we wanted to see Luminous. So we and then I'd gotten a individual lane at Guardians. And so, Connections is just where we go. I tried to look at Sunshine Seasons. I really wanted to eat there, and I just couldn't do it. And so, and it was the kids more. The kids just weren't into it. And we'd been to and that's it. We've been to Connections so many times. And that's where I tell people to go. But it's we just ended up there. So
it's got at least some variety, and like the slice of pizza is good sized too. I think that helps.
Yeah, the kids are happy, especially after Docking Bay's a little bit out of the comfort zone a little bit, right? This was a little bit where they were happy. And it's just convenient, right? Where it's hard to, all right, we're going to go all the way to Guardians, and then we're going to walk all the way back to Regal Eagle to go have dinner. Like, nah, why? Let's just go to Connections. Yep. And so mobile ordered, walking out of Guardians, click, I'm here. With Guardians, I had the burger. Again, I hadn't had one yet, so that bistro burger is really good. I had the margarita. Genevieve had the chicken sandwich. That fried chicken sandwich there is excellent.
I love it.
Well.
It's one of my favorites.
And then the pizza is just, is really, really good too. And so, it's not that, the rat pizza or Pinocchio pizza, right? And so
it's probably the best counter service pizza on property, right?
Oh,
easily.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Connections is probably better than Vietnam.
That's tense words.
So our meal there, $74.56.
A little less than
Nice.
docking bay, but
Yeah,
But still
still a good
yeah,
bag.
yeah. But it was better, more
better
so
than the previous day.
Yeah, than both meals the previous day, and then my snack, same deal. I got a Starbucks, same. I got the same snack every day, and then the kids, we watched Luminous. Couldn't 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 get into Artisan de Glace because the line was too long.
Mm.
And then we wanted to get a good spot for Luminous. Kind of walked around a little bit. And so Nick, and we were staying at the boardwalk, so we ended up going to the boardwalk ice cream, for after Luminous. That took 30 minutes, and so which was long. But the ice cream there, it's the same ice cream. And so
Eddie's ice
yeah,
cream.
yeah. So brownie sundae. Camille just got 2 scoops, and Lucy got the chocolate milkshake. $19.78. So around that $6.50, per snack. And for that day, we were $212.27. So we were $20 over,
Wow.
the dining plan, the regular cost.
So you
There you
definitely
go.
won that day.
Docking
Yeah.
bay helps.
Yeah, and on your app under the my resort section, you can follow the credits you use, and and of course I wasn't doing that because why would you do that when you're down there? But I did that on the plane back, and when we were coming back, I was like, I still have 3 snacks left, and then I got my folio via email. They charged me for these snacks. And so, because everything's listed out, everything's kind of clear. And so I had one easy phone call over to guest services, and they reversed those charges, took the snack credits off. And so that's, that was a pretty good Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am curious. What was I had a really important question. Oh, I was going to say, you said you walked around looking for spots for Luminous. And Derek, as you know, traveling with Alex, one does not walk with Alex.
Walk very briskly.
Brisk. I think that's a nice way. I'm just envisioning your daughters having to keep up with you.
They keep up.
They must be trained.
They're young. They got energy.
They keep up. You got to to get ice cream. You got to keep up.
Do
There you
you
go.
just occasionally look back and make sure they're still there?
No, they know.
He never looked back at us, Doug.
No, he didn't.
We knew.
He'd be like, they know how to get to their room later. That's
Michelle can keep up. So
I'm aware.
Yeah, Michelle can keep up. Y'all, you're big boys. You'll figure it out.
Maybe. All right. Let's day 3. So we're halfway through.
Same deal. Boardwalk. We ended up going back to the studios, and so and I lost out again. Because you give your kids a little bit too much agency, let them sit. But it's a place we haven't been to in a while, so I wasn't too. So we ended up going to Backlot Express.
I was gonna say Backlot. I felt it coming.
Yeah, well, I mean, we weren't going to Pizza Rizzo, and then I got outvoted for ABC Commissary. It's just not what they wanted, and so
No one went to Derek's Woodies. All right, got it.
Well, I mean, just can't do it with the seating. Like we talk about how long it takes them to build some
The
things.
Tron project.
How long has
manager.
that thing been under construction? Like,
No.
what are they building?
Yeah. Tron project managers in charge of that one.
The one guy with the hammer.
And it's all behind. It's all backstage. Like what's the impediment to opening that? I don't understand.
But will they add another cash register?
No.
No,
So it doesn't
No.
matter anyway.
I just want my breakfast, guys. It's
And
so good.
Yeah, I got and yes, that brisket, grilled cheese is
Oh,
awesome.
so good.
But if you're not super into grilled cheese, which 2 of my kids aren't, it's not as diverse as some of the places are, and so that's kind of the other limiting kind of deal with Woody's, and I've eaten with a tray on my lap on those benches
Yep.
2 times, and I vowed I will not do it again. And so, normally, I can't stand, I will put my kids through a lot, to tell them to go stalk, tables at Woody's is, because it's a gauntlet. because there's so many people looking around, and half the people are there just waiting for their family to ride Slinky.
Yeah.
And
they're not
so,
needed.
like,
Drives me
if
nuts.
they would police that a little bit, it also, I mean, that's the hottest place on Disney property. Like, it is so hot
Yeah.
like, it
Toy
is
Story
so hot.
Land.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So we could with the backlot.
All right, backlot. What'd you eat?
Yeah.
There's a running theme. I got the teriyaki chicken bowl. You can go and just eat burgers and fries, or you can, kind of, and it was good. It wasn't as good as it is, as it was at, Contempo or even, even at Docking Bay. It was fine. It wasn't anything fantastic. Soy sauce and hot sauce. They have hot sauce packets and things that they keep at the, the resort, at the condiment stations now. So that always kind of does great. Again, Margarita, Genevieve, kind of gave her a little bit of grace, and she got the chicken strips. Camille got a burger, and then Lucy got chicken strips. And so, we came out 75-60 on that. So not too bad. And they're getting sodas at all these places, right? I'm, normally Powerade or lemonade, trying to, because they by this time we've gotten their refillable mug, and my kids have had more soda, in the past, 48 hours. And so trying to just limit them to, so the hack at Docking Bay, they have the huge sodas there.
Mm-hmm.
They're like $5.49, right? They're not $4.49 like
you get the largest.
It's it's humongous.
A bucket.
I think Lucy, Janet, because poor Lucy was getting a little small.
Our international listeners have no idea what we're talking about.
No.
Yeah, Lucy was getting the small size, and so I think Camille filled up
cup?
Lucy's like 3 times, and so still couldn't finish her whole first one. And we texted in between, like, you're not getting the shakes. Like, there are no, the shakes and the smoothies.
They disappear.
Those are all gone,
Yep.
and those are on. Those are at the table service places. And so that, kind of that extra add-on with the glow cube and the thing, at character meals. So it's really just sodas, because a bottle of water, I think, is what, $3.75.
Yeah. So when they first added alcohol to the plan, right, in like 2018, like 6 months, 7 months later is when we started to see the smoothies and shakes show up at the counter service restaurants for those adults that couldn't get adult drinks to balance the pricing. So I wonder if those are going to make the return, because they kind of disappeared with COVID, and now hopefully they'll come back, because COVID was spread through shakes.
I don't know. And you think they've kind of dumbed down some of the menus, and they kind of streamlined, and they took some of those things off, and because I think those are probably pretty intensive to make.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And at the at Contempo and at Gasparilla, you're just grabbing a can of, it's a can of beer out of the fridge, right? That's easy to offer, right? You're not letting somebody grab a can of beer out of the freezer case at backlot, right? And so the cocktails are all pre-made, and they're just pulling them out of a tap, and they're not great, but I just didn't want a beer, or just wanted to getting the margaritas are 15 versus the beers are 11. Well, I'm sure we'll get to this at the end, but normally our kids just drink water, and we'll get ice water for free if we're just paying cash. I just did not really like them having so much soda, and that's kind of one of the negatives.
All right, dinner.
So dinner, we were staying at the Boardwalk, and the Boardwalk deli isn't great. It's not it's I don't understand it's really a nice space, and it's really pretty in there, and they did the whole refurbishment and all, but the menu kind of choices aren't great. And we'd already done Connections, and we were kind of, we've done the parks pretty hard, 3 days in a row, and trying to figure out something. Like, let's go over, and Derek, you inspired me. I was like, let's go over to Primo Piatto at the Riviera, easy Skyliner. And could you look at the menu, and it's pretty good. We stayed, just like Doug, we stayed at Riviera, December of 2019 or 20,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so
right when it opened,
right when and it was, I all have I have memories of how good the food was. And so, but we haven't been over there in a while, other than if we're just going to Topolino's. I haven't been down, and so we went over there, just kind of easier. It was reading. So the kids didn't really want to go to the parks. And that was the one. So we got over there, had the burger. That burger was excellent over there, and a beer. Genevieve, same deal. That chicken sandwich, that's the best thing I had the whole time. It's like grilled chicken with the pesto. Like it was focaccia bread. It was excellent.
Ooh.
And then Camille got the sausage pepperoni pizza, the flatbread. That thing was so good too. And then Lucy just got the kids burger, and it wasn't the regular hockey puck. It was actual. It was a lot like the adult burger. And so,
You're giving away my secrets, man. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah, and I mean, I know Michelle even don't do the Topolinos for brunch. I mean, that's not a bad spot if you're at the studios, you wanting something to do, get off your feet. That's not a bad lunch spot for the studios. And so that meal, $72.93. So not our highest, not our lowest, but probably the out of all four, dishes together, probably the best.
Love that review.
Yeah. So they have some interesting things over there. A lot of different things for snack credits. A lot of bakery items, just a lot of, and then some pretty good seating. It was raining, so it was crowded because you could tell that people were staying in, and so yeah. So then, since the Skyliner was down, we literally took an Uber from the Riviera to the boardwalk.
Oh,
it's a quick
geez.
ride.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no way to do it otherwise.
Well, yeah. I was like, we're not just hanging out here, and so yeah. So we ended up going, and then so actually we didn't take it. We should have taken it to the boardwalk, but again, wanting to do something different, we took it to the beach club and went to Beaches and Cream. And so you have that to go window, but it was still storming, so we literally had to wait out the rain for 20 minutes at Beaches and Cream while the rain had to stop. So so the Beaches and Cream, same deal, but waffle cone, 2 scoops, $26.36.
There
Wow,
you go.
That's
So
a good use.
It's almost $9. It's $8.75 or whatever a person. I mean, that's a pretty good snack. So we were $204.48 for the day that day. So we were $10. We're essentially $30 to the good right now.
After 3 days.
After 3 days.
All right. Final day coming up.
Final day hit a snag. About 1 a.m. And from a 13-year-old got sick all night long.
Oh, children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was no bueno. And it was poor thing. And this is, some of the things you just can't think of or can't plan for. And so she was our man down. And so we essentially didn't use either of her 2 quick service credits that day. And so it ended up being kind of a bummer. And so bummer because she wasn't with us, because she wasn't feeling well. And then all the time you're like, all right, how are we going to do this? Are we going to lose some value on this? Obviously, the whole, secondary to her feeling better, but you kind of also did all this planning. We've done all this, and here's what's going to cause the snag.
So what did you do?
So we hadn't been to Animal Kingdom yet, and so since she was sick, I hadn't planned anything, and so we ended up just kind of going.
Got it.
Yeah, well, we kind of going over on a whim. Well, because you can walk around and do some things, and you can do every single rider, and you can do some different things, and the shows, which we haven't done. And so it's a little bit easier to go there without having anything planned or anything purchased. The main deal is we got there at like 9 a.m. and the toll plaza was backed up. It took 30 minutes. It took 30 minutes to park.
I can't imagine being in the car with you.
Me neither. And so, yeah,
this is why we rope drop, right?
Well, and you're sitting there like what? It's a Thursday in April. And you're like, what is going on? You end up going to we went and it was just me and the little 2. We still went to Satuli. right?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. And so, and I'd let them, kind of had burgers the previous day, and they kind of, let them win back lot. And so I won Sadili. And say, and that, say that beef, chicken, rice, rice bowl, or, sweet potato hash, or it's awesome. And then Lucy gets, cheese quesadilla. Camille got the same, she got the sweet potatoes with the grilled chicken and the steak. And, and she was just as happy with that than anything. And so, not, 61.78, which is almost as what we spent, 4 of us at, at Gasparilla.
So did you use a kid's meal there, or did you just go ahead and use your oldest daughter's adult meal?
I didn't know what she was going to do. So I used 2 adult meals and a kid meal, right? Because Lucy, wasn't getting her an adult meal just out of the sake of getting her an adult meal. And so, and she wanted the quesadilla, and it was fine, right? And it's enough food for her. And then Camille, what she essentially ended up doing, she ended up taking the chicken and the steak, taking half of Lucy's quesadilla, sticking them in there, and having a steak and chicken quesadilla. And so,
sounds good, actually.
Yeah. So
I'll eat that right now.
I was looking. I was like, that was a pretty smart thing to do. And so, and then I got the green beer. I haven't gotten that in a while. I just didn't want the mixed drink. And so, but it again, Satuli, but it's the same dot. When are they just going to let people in there? Because the same deal when they weren't letting people in, kind of looking around, and then you walk in, you're all nervous. And this is why I don't like quick service. I don't have the whole tray of food. I have my 2 kids who took their cups and ran off, right? To go fill their, and they go to the nearest fountain drink station. No,
nope,
they did not.
Never
they went to the farthest one. And I'm sitting like, of course, the first table is open. Like, here, what do I do? It's like, do I dare leave the empty table? And then like, I hate that, and I don't like any part of it. And of course, you walk over around that corner because you have the thing and half the tables are empty. Like, but why are they're blocking people from getting in, but half the tables are empty? And so, and then eventually, found the kids. So, but still, really good meal. Everything about that place, always, I don't think I've had a bad meal. Just a fantastic, highly recommend going there.
Yeah,
agreed.
It's always a win.
100%. We should go in June, Doug.
We should, for lunch on the 7th.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll
Meet us there.
Yeah. Alex won't be with us. He'll be on an airplane at that point.
I will be, yeah. And so, Genevieve still not feeling well. We get over to the Magic Kingdom. That was the day that they stopped hopping. And so I got a little nervous. We weren't being able to hop. Ended up getting over there. They let us hop in there. And, still without a plan. So we were kind of doing some different things. We ended up doing Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. And then the kids were hangry at that point. So we got that Mickey pretzel the lunching pad, $8.30.
Oh, geez, that thing's gone up in price.
And that's on the dining plan.
Yeah, so that's a snack credit. So
That's a good credit.
So we essentially used Genevieve's snack credit. So she was with us in spirit, helping us. And so
this Mickey Bite ear is for you. Nom.
Yeah, still at the Magic Kingdom. Still didn't want to go to any of the counter service places in there. So we finished the trifecta. Captain Cook's.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Captain Cook's. And I can't remember. I think we took the monorail. We were walking up and it was there. No, we did take the boat. We did, because it was the big boat was there.
Oh, nice.
And so, so when the big boat's there, and you can sit down.
Never get the big boat. Always get the little boat.
Yeah, no kidding. And so, and if you think about it, how nice of them to have the big boat at 5:00 when people are wanting to leave to go back to those earth. Like, someone actually had put some thought into this. And so big boat over, I love Captain Cook's, and I hate Captain Cook's are the same. I hate the seating area. I hate and then it's just so cramped.
Wait, what seating area?
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
there's like 6 tables.
Yeah, because the outside it's all kids at the pool,
Right.
or people try to get into Skipper Trader Sam's.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, and
Just
so
people sitting.
yeah, and so it's like, and then you can't leave out. You can't go out there because you don't want to miss your food because and it's like, and then of course we sit down and then we sit next to the kid who's watching YouTube on volume 99, and you're like, and you can hear you have the Polynesian music in the background, and I don't even know what Dude Perfect or whatever was just like it was awful.
Wasn't Bluey.
Yeah, and so I got that spicy Korean chicken bowl, and it was. So this is where Disney, the one critique if you're gonna middle order, everything you're gonna get is gonna be in those to go things, and I don't like the to go things. I wish they would have an option like dine in, carry out option to choose the dine in option because the dine in the carry out it's just so wasteful. Right?
Yeah.
Just give me a like Disney with all the if we're gonna turn the Autopia cars green, there's a whole waiting list of things that they could do green before even getting to the Autopia cars, and the to go stuff is one of them, and so, but and then Camille bacon cheeseburger, Lucy got the kids chicken strip, got a beer. It was kind of just okay. They didn't have the best selection over there. And so, but this was our lowest. It was 54, 53.
Oh, wow.
And so much lower. But
missing
again,
an adult.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can't do anything about it. And so, go back to the Magic Kingdom for happily ever after, and back to the Plaza, 2 All American Sundays, 1765, which again those are not as good of as not great as you can use.
The pretzel and the ice cream have been the winners here, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and so because I still got my coffee, my $6.17 coffee, which is outrageous for coffee. But but it's it's not. It's a good snack credit, not a great snack credit. And then we ended up $171.85 for that day, so about $20 off. But we still actually did manage to come out ahead.
So the whole trip, you came out ahead and you had 2 counter service credits left on the table, right?
Yeah, I did. So yeah. So, and it, now, we didn't go to the easiest places. We went to the places we wanted to go to, which is, obviously what you should do on a vacation. So you go to the places that are best for your family and, but we didn't go to the most convenient places. So we took a Skyliner and an Uber to go to a certain place, right, for dinner, and and then left the Magic Kingdom. So we weren't, but we don't tour like normal people do because we're going, and we know we're going back, and so, with the you kind of have to have alcohol to kind of get there because without, I had $60 or so dollars, and probably way more than that. I probably had $100 in alcohol, because each is about $15, and and so without that, you're way behind. And so
if you don't drink, maybe the dining plan's not the best thing for you.
But you still got there even with 2 adults not drinking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is possible.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can.
But somebody's got to.
It's a weird where you can. If we wouldn't have left at 7 a.m., we'd have had another day, right? Because you have 4 nights. You have another day. We had to use our credits by Thursday night. There was no Friday. And so, heck, that Connections Pizza and some of those burgers, I could have split with Lucy. Lucy could have split. We could have done. There's enough food where you can split up. And we left a lot, because Camille was having to order adult meals. Genevieve, we were leaving a lot of food on the table, and of course, I was, doing the dad thing and
gotta eat the leftovers, gotta
finishing plates. But because the 3 ice creams a night, we could have gotten 2 ice creams, and it'd have been plenty of ice cream. We threw away so much ice cream because there's because it's so much. And so
someone is yelling at us right now, by the way. Who throws away ice cream?
Yeah, well, but after you've already had, XYZ all day long, you throw away a little ice cream. And so that's, so it's an interesting, where if we'd had another day, I'm pretty sure we could have stretched it out.
Well,
And that's where you get a lot of value too.
even if your flight had left at 10 a.m. that next day, you could have used those 2 table service credits for breakfast that
Yeah.
next morning, or for
Yeah.
one of your breakfasts, even though breakfast is fairly cheap and not a great use. That's why you weren't using them for breakfast.
Yeah.
Right.
And I tried, and the Boardwalk Bakery, no Mickey waffles. No Mickey waffles.
Why
You
does
know,
anywhere exist without Mickey waffles?
I don't understand. Why do you have a bakery? There's a Mickey. All you have to put in is a Mickey, an iron, waffle iron. And so, so that's where you can use it for breakfast. We just did.
All right. Well, look at that. I think we summed it up pretty good.
Yep.
Dining plan, quick service. It works.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Derek, do we have time for a quick lightning round?
As long as Alex is quick, let's do it.
All right, quick lightning round, because it's been a while. Answer with your favorite Disney, Pixar movie, whatever. All right, favorite Disney movie.
Oh God, probably New Hope, or if you consider that
Yeah,
Disney
sure.
movie.
Works for
right?
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite
Yeah.
Disney character.
Mickey.
Favorite Disney villain.
Hades right now.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fa-
Outside
favorite-
of that Destiny, short. Yeah, I know. Golly.
Favorite Disney song. Favorite Disney song.
So Genevieve was just Lumiere in her 8th grade performance of
Oh.
Beauty and the Beast, and so we're gonna go with Be Our Guest right now.
Nice choice.
All right,
Yes.
Favorite Disney park.
That I've been to. It's gonna be Magic Kingdom, right? So going to Disneyland in a couple of weeks for Genevieve's 8th grade trip. So I like Disneyland, but Magic Kingdom, there's just something about it.
All right. Favorite classic attraction. You define classic.
Pirates in Disneyland.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Favorite modern attraction. You define modern.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but it's gonna be Cosmic Rewind. I can't believe I'm
interesting.
guessing over Rise.
Favorite Disney resort.
Probably the Grand Floridian right now.
Okay.
After the re-update. Once they get it all the way updated, Nights at Edge Park Fair comes back, it'll be Grand Floridian.
All right. Favorite Disney counter service.
None of them, but I'm going to say Primo Beato, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Favorite whole show about counter service. None of them.
Yeah,
Right.
none of yeah.
Favorite Disney table service.
Table, probably Citricos.
It's on my list.
Yeah, so it's that, just everything about it is just awesome. Narcoossee's has that the ambiance is a little bit nicer there, and you can step out and see Happily Ever After. So it's a big tie between Citricos and Narcoossee's, but probably I think Citricos is a little bit better.
Favorite Disney snack.
Obviously Starbucks.
Yeah, it has to.
Corporally.
Can't-
yeah. I mean, that if you could
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. You
But
kind of
you
have
got,
to say that now.
the chocolate chip or the cookie ice cream sandwich from the Plaza, that sucker is so good too.
Yeah.
So
All right. Favorite Disney drink.
there is that old fashioned at the Enchanted Rose. They used to make it tableside. They don't make it tableside anymore, but probably that old fashioned. And then that's Citricos as that old fashioned too. That's just fantastic.
Alex and I, old fashions. There we go.
Yes.
All right. Disney travel bucket list item.
It's the ABD to Japan that hits the two parks, or but it's hard. Why not say the jet that goes to all
Yeah,
parks,
the
Yeah.
$100,000
And so,
jet. Let's do that.
I mean
Yeah.
the realistic one is to stay in a night in Cinderella Castle, right? For
Yeah, totally realistic.
that would be it's probably more realistic than going on that jet. So, but yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes the lightning round.
There we go. Thank you so much, Alex, for being on the show again. In fact, one of my favorite episodes bringing up ABD is when you went on a safari. I spent way too much time after that episode you were on, I don't know, year or two ago, researching ABD. So if you haven't, go check that one out. But Alex, where can people find you?
Yeah, and if you want to go on an ABD, reach out to Touring and Cruises, and they will match you with a person that will help you. It's the best vacation that there is. I'm at Cenac Travel, CENAC Travel on Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome. I'll put that in the show notes. Thank you, Alex. Of course, he said it best. If you're going to book a trip anywhere, use Touring and Cruises, and they will help you have an amazing vacation, and they will help you get on board with Doug and I when we go in June for our trip. So we got to get over to the Patreon show. Thank you to all of our Patreons who support Rope Drop Radio. And if you want to become part of that amazing special elite group that Alex is a part of, go into the show notes, click that, and subscribe today. Thank you again, Patreon. So for Alex and Doug, I'm Derek. You've been listening to Rope Drop Radio.